I hope you will still be willing to meet after this, but I totally understand if you don't. And please don't discuss this with anyone. I want to know that if we do meet, it's entirely your decision. I'm sorry to spring this on you like this. I am HIV positive.
Eben picks up a phone and dials a number. Smith enters and sits on the bench. Smith's phone rings. Smith answers.
Smith?
Wow, Evan, taking a break from your online affair to finally return your best friend's phone call. How big of you?
I know you pride yourself on being a postmodern wicked queen.
Bitch, I am totally Maleficent. I like the horns.
Yes, I know. I've always found your fangs to be your most striking feature. Look, I need to talk. Like, really, I can't go to my parents on this one.
I'm here for you. What's wrong?
I'm on my way to work. Then there's the cantata at 7. Could we meet for a late dinner after that?
Yeah, sure thing. You okay?
Blackout. Later that night, Smith and Eben are sitting on the bench.
So how'd the choir thing go?
I can see why Kyle told me not to read his email until after it was done. I was standing on the first row, dead center of the tenor section, and we were singing the second song of the evening, all about how Jesus' followers pass the bread and the wine around the table as Jesus tells them to eat and drink, to remember him. I lost it. I couldn't move my lips. No sound came out. I just stood there, frozen, crying.
See, this is why I don't do things like that.
I just assumed since you were fathered by Satan, you weren't allowed in churches.
Yeah, still going to meet Kyle? I mean, might not be what you expected, but, you guys could just hang out. You don't have to have sex.
I know. I mean, look, sex is definitely off the table now.
My husband had AIDS. We still had sex. I can understand if you decide not to, but I don't know. This is a tough one.
Funny. When I go on dates, I always use a condom in case the guy has it. Now I'm going to be with someone who has it, so really is it any different than the worst case scenario of my average date? Yet my average date, I don't obsess over such things. I don't even think about it really. I mean, even putting a condom on, it's not on my mind at all.
So, you're going to meet him then?
Hey, I had an idea. How about the night he comes down, we meet you when we get out of work for dinner. We can go to that place that has brick oven pizza, take some of the edge off.
Yeah, sure thing.
Oh, and don't say anything to him that would make him aware that I talked to you about this.
Yeah, of course. You going to tell your parents?
No. Don't tell them. Do I tell them anything?
Well, more than most people.
Blackout. Scene 5, Easter weekend. Mother is sitting at the dining room table sorting through the mail. Alice is at Kyle's computer. Kyle walks in with a suitcase. You're on mute, Kelly. Still on mute, Kelly. There you are.
Oh, it's the big weekend, eh?
Wow, I'm not even gone yet, and you've already at my computer acting like you own the whole place.
Oh, Kyle, I'm sorry. But it is. Didn't you get the memo?
Cute.
Anyway, have some fun this weekend. Yeah. I'm just going to imagine you're doing something less. I don't know. I just got an image in my head that didn't totally need to.
Eben enters with his suitcase, walking up to Mother.
Well, don't do anything I wouldn't. Oh, wait. Bad choice of words. Wow. My little boy going off to... Wow.
Mom, really?
I'm just going to have to imagine you're going to a rock concert with a bunch of friends in a van. And you're all staying at a friend's aunt's house or something.
No, we're all just going to sleep in the van parked in an empty parking lot somewhere.
Not funny.
Oh, crap. Maybe I should bring my bong.
That's it! You're rotten to the core.
Like, I will call you tomorrow before we head over.
Alice, I'll call you sometime this weekend.
Yeah, right.
Eben and Kyle both walk towards down center stage and meet face to face in front of the bench.
Evan, sorry I'm late.
I was worried. I've been waiting in the hotel lobby for almost an hour now. I was afraid you weren't going to show.
I wouldn't do that to you. I got lost on that roundabout thing.
Oh my god, they used to have simple traffic circle there. Then some genius decided we need one of those roundabouts.
It's good to meet you.
You don't mind meeting my friend Smith for dinner tonight, do you?
No, not at all. I came here to meet you and see your world.
The two walk towards the bed. They stop looking at an imaginary door.
Room 69.
It would be ironic if that was our room, huh? But
They walk in front of the bed.
here we are, room 70. I'm just gonna brush my teeth before we head out to dinner. I'll be right out.
Kyle exits. Eben hides behind the bed. Kyle walks out.
Evan? But he said he was worried. I was gonna stand him up.
Kyle sits on the bed looking puzzled. Eben jumps from behind the bed and jumps on him, kissing him.
I wish we could just stay in tonight.
Well, Smith is your friend, you know.
His shift ended like 10 minutes ago. I guess we should be heading over to Sears now.
Blackout. Scene 5 times 2. Scene 6. Later that night, Eben, Kyle, and Smith are sitting on the bench. Eben has the steering wheel, and the three are supposed to be in a car.
And then I had stopped going to the primetime dance club after Frank died. But
Prime time?
a local
It's a
gay
local
bar.
gay bar. I remember when I first came out, I went there one night, and as soon as I entered, there was an older man behind the bar who shouted, "Show me your pee-pee!" It almost scared me back into the closet. My 5th time there, though, I did flash it upon entering.
I used to go to one near Potsdam every Saturday night. I would put on a curly red wig. This was during my brief drag phase, and I would lip sync "The Sun'll Come Out Tomorrow."
Oh my god. I remember when my mom took me to see the movie version of Annie when I was a kid.
That's okay. I wasn't telling a story already.
Oh, good. I was worried you were telling one. Anyway, I loved the movie. When I was 5 or 6, I asked my mother to get me an Annie locket, and she did. Her best friend got on her case about how wrong that was, but Mom didn't care.
I think I'm going to like your mother.
Anyway, every weekend I would torture my parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles and cousins doing a production of it in the basement. I played every role until I found a strawberry shortcake doll at a yard sale. Then she became Annie, and I just played Daddy Warbucks, Miss Hannigan, and Punjab.
Punjab. Yeah, it's racist. But anyway, Frank and I always used to go to primetime together. Yeah, he was all into the Leatherman contest, and all the drag queens. I was just worried going would bring back too many memories. And then Eben actually got me to go there one time for my birthday. And I realized it is possible to go to a place like that and create new memories.
I hear you there.
Yeah, I was dating a guy 12 years my junior a couple years ago. Yeah, that's fine. It's like a age difference between you two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were walking through the city one day, and, we've been dating 3 or 4 months. I hadn't told him about Frank. Anyway, there's a saxophone player playing Frank's favorite song, so it got to me.
I remember this. This was a painful experience for you, wasn't it? Why don't we move on to another happier topic?
No, I'm fine. Really. And then I got kind of teary-eyed. Anthony wanted to know what was wrong, so I told him. We've been holding hands up until this point. And then he pulled his hand away from me. It's as if I was a leper, and he wouldn't look at me.
The asshole.
About an hour later, he was ready to talk. So, still not able to look at me right away. I apologized about 100 times. He eventually said, "I'm not upset for me. I'm worried for you." Yeah, he kept pointing out I'd been tested numerous times. Frank had been dead almost a decade. Eventually, he looked at me and he took my hand again.
I'm sorry. He still sounds like an asshole. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
No, it's fine. Anthony was, in fact, a total fucking asshole.
Eben.
No, the little shit cheated on you and broke your heart.
He's younger than us. When I told him about Frank, I'd forgotten there was a generation gap.
Oh my god, you're still making excuses for him?
When you reach my age, or Eben's age, you just assume somebody, or your current partner, or someone in your past, they're HIV. I mean, when I turned 30, I was shocked, in a way. So many of my friends at that point had died. I never expected to reach that age. But Anthony was from a different generation. when raids was ancient history. As relevant as Princess Grace of Monaco was to Evan.
She died when I was an infant. I have no recollection of...
Exactly my point. Look, I can't tell you how many guys I knew back in the day who abstained from sexual intercourse the better part of 15 years, afraid of what they might catch. Anthony was, the after Ellen generation, I like to call it.
Well, here we are, Sears.
Okay, guys, it's been fun. Yeah, have a good night. Oh, did I tell you about...
Get out. It's after 9.
Okay.
Smith leaves.
He seems nice.
Yeah, the older brother I never knew I never wanted.
You told him about my HIV status, didn't you?
Look,
It's obvious. The way he acted when he talked about his husband who died.
I'm so sorry. I didn't...
No, hon, it's okay. I'm glad you have someone to talk to, and considering what he's been through, it would be odd for you not to have told him.
Thank you. Oh, did I tell you I'm going to New York City this fall doing a volunteer work at a film festival?
Really? Well, that's cool. How'd that happen?
A friend from college works for a company that runs it every year. September 16th, I go down.
And I plan to go down as soon as we get to the room. On you.
Eben playfully swats him. Eben and Kyle act as if the car is swerving.
Careful.
That's why I brought rubbers.
Blackout. Scene 627. The next morning. Eben is sitting on the bed talking on the phone to Mother, who is setting the kitchen table. Eben has a TV remote and is flipping through channels as he talks.
So, dinner will be around 3.
I guess we'll get there around 2:30 then.
So, how's it going?
Good, I guess.
Is he there right now?
He's in the bathroom taking a shower.
So?
So?
And?
And what?
Do you think he might be the one?
No, probably not.
You two aren't getting along, aren't you? I don't have to, you don't have to stay there if you don't want to.
I'll talk to you about it after he leaves tomorrow. He's coming out of the bathroom. I'll talk to you later.
Eben gets off the phone. Kyle walks out in a bathrobe. He sits on the bed with Eben. They begin to make out.
Wait, want to turn off the TV first?
No, it's fine.
The two begin making out some more. Suddenly, Eben becomes distracted by something on the TV.
It's nuclear. Nuclear! He's the supposed leader of the free world. Why the hell does he say nuclear? Nuclear?
Dang, I forgot you warned me last night to make sure not to leave the TV set to CNN or any station that might have a news broadcast.
He's making us the laughingstock of the world.
Okay, breathe.
Kyle grabs the remote and clicks it.
Okay, the TV is off. Now look at me. Nuclear. There, I said it. Nuclear. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm afraid you need to be punished, and this will hurt me a lot more than it hurts you.
Really? Are you going to teach me a lesson?
Well, first we're getting rid of that bathrobe.
Blackout. Scene 8. Later that afternoon. Father and Kyle are sitting on the center stage bench, which is now supposed to be a living room sofa. Kyle is wearing a Simpsons t-shirt. Evan stands by the bench.
So, I see you're a Simpsons fan.
Yep. You?
Never miss it.
So what did you think of the principal and the pauper?
Not a highlight.
Why don't you watch The Simpsons?
I still do, once in a while. I mean, I always make a point to watch the Halloween episodes.
Mother enters with an Easter basket for Evan and a coconut egg for Kyle.
Happy Easter, boys. I hope it's not inappropriate to give you this egg.
No. Wow. Thanks.
Evan, can you come help me in the kitchen?
I don't know, can I?
Eben, I taught high school English for 30 years. Believe me, that was never funny. Not in the slightest.
Evan and Mother walk to the dining room table and begin setting it as Kyle and Father carry on a mimed conversation.
Okay, he's cute.
Yeah, he is.
And he seems like a very nice person.
Okay, yes, he is. I knew you didn't really need help. You never need help in the kitchen.